Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural Let's Go G Sports Show on the campus of UNCG inside the Coleman Building. I'm your host, Luke Martin. I'll introduce you to the second member of our broadcast team, Meg Sloggett, here in just a moment. Well, what is the purpose of this Let's Go G Sports Show? It's simple. It's for you, the Spartan fan, to give you the best access to the best stories in Spartan Athletics. And Meg and I look forward to telling all of those stories throughout the year, all the way through May and June. It's going to be a fun year telling these stories here at Spartan Athletics. So let's not waste any more time as Meg is joining me today at Spartan Stadium, because if you haven't heard, there's a big matchup Thursday night for women's soccer and Michael Cole's bunch. They host the defending national champion Florida State Seminoles. With already pulling off a shocker in Raleigh, beating NC State, can the Spartans do it again, this time on their home field? Meg is catching up with Michael Cole and the team today. Meg, take it away.
Thanks, Luke. I'm at UNCG Spartan Stadium for a practice just 2 days before the women's soccer team faces Florida State, last year's national champs. Although this game will certainly be a challenge, the blue and gold are on a momentum swing. Last week, they came back from NC State with a 2-0 win. On Sunday, they tied Elon 1-1 and went up to double overtime. Chesney scored the first goal of the game against Elon. It was a tied game the entire time. Talk about coming back after the half and scoring that within 1 minute of the second half.
I mean, it felt good. That's what we needed. We talked about at halftime how we had to come out strong and win back. I mean, they scored a pretty unfortunate goal for both of us, so to come out and score in 1 minute was pretty exciting, and it just got us right back in the field really quick.
Candace, you and Diarra Simmons are leading the team in goals. You have 2 apiece. You scored your last one against NC State on the road for a huge win. Talk about the type of momentum that brought for you and for your team.
It was definitely a great momentum. You know, with all the lightning delays and stuff, we said we needed to go out strong and finish strong, and so it was getting kind of nerve-wracking, only being up 1. So it was good to, finish the game off with 2 goals instead of 1. So that overall game was great. We all played really hard, and it was a good rise to kind of a frustrating season so far. So it was a good win, and has definitely brought our team together more, and has definitely made us more excited for the rest of the season and what's to come.
So you'd say there's been a change in atmosphere?
Yeah, I think we're definitely excited, and we're getting more momentum as the season goes on, and we're excited for conference and getting ready every game, getting better.
Florida State is a huge game, obviously.
Yeah.
They're the national champs. Are you guys excited? Are you nervous? What's the team feeling right now?
I think we're definitely excited. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of nerves. I mean, we're playing the reigning national champions, but I think, as a senior, being able to play, the team that just won the national championship, it's a great experience and a great way to get better by playing such a great team. I think it's a very good way to kind of enter conference by playing such an exciting and big game before.
Luke, back to you.
Thursday will mark the 6th time the Spartans have battled with the ACC since 2011. And as you can tell, the Spartans have held their own, going 2-2-1, with goal differential in those matchups just favoring the ACC by 1, 6-5. So good luck to the women's soccer team as they battle Florida State, which is going to be a big matchup, the defending national champions. But now it's time to turn our attention to the team that graces the Fleming Gymnasium floor this time of year. This past weekend, they took home the Spartan Aggie Invitational for the 2nd time in a row. It's also the 2nd year in a row Corey Carlin has been the head coach here at UNCG. Coach, congratulations. Here's the trophy right in front of us. Man, it's been a heck of a start for your team, hasn't it?
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better group. Young ladies are working hard. We've got a great group in the locker room, great leadership leading the way, so we're excited about the season.
9-2 record. It's the best start for the program since 1995. For you, what's the reason for that early season success?
I don't know that there's a specific recipe, but if you have young ladies who buy in, you've got good leadership in the team. I think those are the key ingredients, that can propel a team forward. When you look at our schedule, we thought that it could wind up being a very favorable matchup early in the season, get the confidence with the 5 new players coming into the program. But I think as you look forward, you always want to prepare yourself and put yourself in the best position for conference play. So that season opener for the conference with Chattanooga is coming quick, and I think we're going to be ready.
The game of volleyball, Coach, as you know, it's a team effort. Not one individual really stands out above the rest. Sure. But if you had to pick a couple or players that have really stood out to you so far earlier in the season, who are a couple of the players that have really stood out to you early on?
Well, that's tough because if you look at our lineup, the different rotations that we've gone with so far in the preseason, a lot of people have had significant minutes. So I think one person who I've seen a great improvement in her game is Ashley Minch, the tournament MVP from this weekend. She was always a strong player. She was SoCon Freshman of the Year last year and does a tremendous job. But I've seen a growth in her. Her shot making ability, her understanding of when to go for what shots. She's becoming just more savvy as an attacker, and I think that component can really propel us forward. When you look at the new kids coming in, I think Alexis Moyer has carved out a nice position in our team and a nice role. With the graduation of Kelsey Sidney last year, that right side spot was wide open, and so that was a question mark coming into this season. And I think so far she's done an outstanding job in that role.
Now let's look down the road. Elon coming up, have a trip to Waco, Texas as well to play Baylor. Been at home the past week or so. Now you get to go on the road for about a month before conference opens up. What's kind of what you're looking for from your team here in the next couple of weeks with some big matchups?
Well, Elon on Wednesday night is going to be a good challenge for us. There's obviously that natural rivalry being so close here in the Triad. And regardless of records, they're scrappy. I think that's going to be a good test for, we're coming off a good weekend. We played well. Can we sustain that? And having momentum going to Texas is pretty big for us as well. Going to the Baylor tournament, playing Baylor, Rice, Stephen F. Austin, those programs are all top 100 programs. And so they're going to be more physical than what we typically see in the SoCon. How do we respond to that? Are we still able to dictate play, present our brand of volleyball, run a quick transition offense? Can we do that with maybe a little different look across the net? So we're excited about the opportunity.
It should be exciting to watch Coach Carlin and his volleyball Spartans for the weeks to come. An unbelievable start. Mentioned at the beginning, 1995. That's the best start for the Spartans since 1995, 9-2. That's also the last time the Spartans won a regular season conference championship. So no pressure, Coach.
Not at all. Not at all.
Coach, appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us here on the first Let's Go G Sports Show.
Thank you, Luke.
Once again, that was Coach Carlin. Now it's time for our first break in the show. But when we come back, Meg Sloggett joins me, and we head back out to Spartan Stadium this time, giving you a unique perspective on the personality of the men's soccer team.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Greensboro and Winston-Salem, it would be Jason Bramblett. He attracts hundreds of buyers and creates so much demand that Jason can guarantee if your home doesn't sell at a price and deadline you agree to, he will buy it. Partner with the agent I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
Welcome back to Let's Go G Sports Show. Back inside the Coleman Center. Meg Sloggett has now finally made your way back into Spartan Stadium. I know you enjoyed being outside, but now it's time to be back in studio. But we're still going to talk about the soccer programs, this time the men's soccer team. And I don't know if they could have scripted a better start to the 2015 season, Meg.
No, and not only have they had a great start, they are so full of personality. And our first shoot together was the B-roll for their intro video, and those guys are hilarious. Ruben and Hugo, such big personalities. They were laughing, giggling, messing around the whole time, making our job a little bit harder, but it was totally worth it because it was so much fun.
Meg mentioned those personalities. Now you, the Spartan fans, get to see those personalities in this behind-the-scenes look of the men's soccer video board shoot.
Alright, wait, so what are you saying?
We can get this done. Let's do it. I messed up the last one.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we got the voice so high on that one, no?
Alright.
I got it. See.
We're supposed to follow the camera or no?
Yeah, just you can just look down as the
My bad. That's it. I was like,
Alright, we're good.
Just thinking back to that shoot that night, it was our first project together when we got hired here at UNCG, and I always want to be around this men's soccer team, and there's a reason. It's because to work with guys like that.
Oh yeah, those guys are hilarious. They are so much fun. They're cracking up the entire time, and I'll tell you, my favorite part was by far watching Ben at the end trying to do the same move, like the behind the back with the ball that Corey was doing. It was a crack up. He just he just gave up and just started joking around, and it was a good time.
As good as those guys are off the field, luckily this year they've been able to show it on the field as well. What a start for Coach Justin Mullen and his team. And that's why Meg Slyatt caught up with him for this edition of Coach's Corner, asking Coach what's been the key to the early season success, such as the win at Virginia Tech, the battle at South Carolina, which ended in a tie, and also some of the few players that have kind of showed up early on here in the season and have impressed Coach to this point.
To go to Virginia Tech, a very, very good ACC team on the road, and battle them to overtime, and so that's, you know, the momentum starts to roll, and the guys start to get a little bit more confident and buy in a little bit more to the systems. You know, it was a game that we really outshot them and really outplayed them, and should have come away with a solid result. The guys showed some unbelievable character to come down from 2 goals twice, and really shouldn't have been down those 2 goals. So it's certainly a game that we let slip through our hands, and certainly a game that we should have won. But again, on the road against an SEC team, and showed some character and got a result. And this year we're certainly scoring a lot more goals. Nicholas Downs is an interesting one. He's got 2 from left back, but he drives forward so well and gets in the box, so I'm real happy for him. And then Damien is just a true goal scorer. You know, he's got three so far. If he keeps ticking away this way, maybe he'll have 10. And then Ben Burden, you know, came to us in the spring and fought through some injury and is really looking sharp now, and his confidence is riding high. And so yeah, it's good to have some guys scoring goals. And UNF will be a good team. You know, we'll have to try and get a lot of guys some playing time, because we're going to turn around and play Jacksonville on Sunday. So ideally, if we can get guys a lot of playing time, that'll be great. But we don't take anyone lightly, and we're going to be fully focused for that group.
It is amazing, Meg, as you look at the screen, how much a year can change things for this men's soccer team here through 5 matches, which just goes to show it's been an impressive start for Coach Mullen's team.
Yeah, 10 goals this year, last year at the same time. That is a huge difference, and it just goes to show, as Justin Mullen has saying, this is a team. He likes to refer to them as a brotherhood. They are brothers, and they work together.
And hopefully the men's soccer team can turn this great start to the 2015 season into a great ending to the 2015 season. A lot of soccer left to be played, but no doubt it's been a great start for this men's soccer program and Coach Justin Mullen. Well, that's going to do it for the first ever Let's Go G Sports Show. I want to thank everybody with Spartan Athletics. For my partner in crime, Meg Slyatt, I am Luke Martin saying so long for the Coleman Building here on the campus of UNCG. And of course, as always, let's go G.